court, map lines, red ink, folded corners, X mark secrets in the borders. I'm a golden and silver stacker on the run. Circle the globe till the treasure's done. You should subscribe. Join the crustacean nation. Yeah, free silver, free gold for the whole foundation. Golden silver stacker, never alone. Never. Every dream turning into stone. You should subscribe. Join the crustacean nation. Free silver.
Who's ready? Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me? Am I loud? Am I clear? Who's unshaken? We're going to be live breaking down all the breaking news, or news, not music, the breaking news here in 7.5 minutes. Smash that like button if you're ready.
Town, rusty safe getting dragged out now. Ancient coins in a dusty tray. Shine 'em up, watch the years fall away. Border trains through the midnight haze. Customs line, keep the nerves in place. Secret pockets sewn inside my coat. Every bar, another little vote.
They said we were insane. They said silver and gold were a thing of the past and going down to under $20 an ounce again. But we were unshaken. We stood strong. And here we are now.
From Tokyo nights to Rio sun, from Arctic ice to island drums, every stamp on my page,
Who's with me?
another drop in the way.
We're gonna be live here.
Silver stacker.
6 minutes. Smash that like if you're ready. We got breaking news. We're covering the market open. We are unshaken.
Rise like a tidal wall.
Let's go. We're going to be live here in just 5 minutes covering the breaking news. We're going to cover the market open. I'm going to cover your questions live. Crustaceans, who's ready? 5 minutes till we're live here. Let's go.
Stacks of silver, stacks of gold, digging treasure, riches untold. International stacker, here to say, shiny vibes coming your way. Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high, watch it grow. Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International stacker chasing that mill. Coins and bars, rare to find. Treasure hunting, one of a kind. Join the crew, let's explore. Stack up wealth and so much more. Chasing that mill.
It's chasing that mill, M-I-L-L. Come on, guys.
Maps and clues.
What's up, Mr. Happy Stacker?
Tonight, silver dream shining bright.
Sorry, I am tweeting right now like crazy. A bunch of breaking news. I'm tweeting it out as this countdown's happening. We're going to cover it all live here in just 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high, watch it grow. Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International stacker that mill. So hit that sub, join the quest. Riches await. You're the best international stacker. Stacking strong, silver, gold, where you belong. Chasing that mill. So hit that sub, join the quest. Riches await. You're the best international.
Who's ready?
Stacking strong.
Let's go.
Gold where you belong. Chasing that mill. Chasing that mill. Crabs are grooving side to side. Ocean waves where dreams collide. Claws are up, the beat we chase. Treasure gleaming, golden space. Get your claws up, don't delay.
Who's ready? If you're ready, drop a crab in chat. It's time for a crab dance to start off the morning here.
Gold and silver is the key.
Let's go.
Nation, dance with me.
Yes.
Gold and silver, who wants it all?
Who wants it all?
Ready for the mega.
Who's ready for the next mega giveaway? Who's ready for the next big silver and gold giveaway? Let me know right now.
Music's played.
Let's go.
Claws up, don't delay. Join the party night and day. Gold and silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's go.
Tidal rhythms in the sand. Shiny spoils laid by hand. We're the crew, the shell brigade. Treasures found, the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live here in just 45 seconds covering the breaking news. I've got the evidence. I've got the smoking gun. I'm going to break it all down for you here live. Smash the like button if you're ready. We're only 30 away from 200. 30 seconds. Who's ready? Let's get it. Okay, old school or little kid intro? Or the crab migration? Which do you want?
Dance with me. Dance with me.
Here we go. We're going to try something different here. We're going to try something different here.
Each year, the Stacker Crab makes a pilgrimage to the International Stacker YouTube channel. Here we have a typical Stacker Crab. While typical crabs will eat shells and food of such, these crabs only feast on silver.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. And boy, oh boy, was overnight insane. Boy, oh boy, was yesterday insane. And boy, oh boy, is this stream going to be absolutely insane. 1,900 videos around the world on gold and silver adventures. And ladies and gentlemen, I am sipping on Mrs. International Stacker coffee, and I already told you I'm in Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. What are you sipping on, and where are you at in the world? Let me know right now. And is the audio fine? Is the music fine? Please let me know. YouTube did an update. Everything's broken. I got the bot working again, so at least the bot is here with us today. But boy, oh boy, overnight, was there some craziness? Was there some chicanery? Was there some shenanigans? Yes, a little bit of everything. Silver yesterday being as high as 91.30, and then the big Comex debacle. The Comex halted trading for 90 minutes, and boy, did it have an effect. I've got all the evidence. I'm going to break down for you here shortly what happened. But since then, it's been an onslaught. Smack, 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 smack. But Silver's saying, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to keep pushing. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's where we're at with silver. Currently, well, overnight, it hit a high overnight of about $90. Currently, we're sitting at $87.02. Now, since we're down here, I would love to bounce and fill this gap, consolidate, then move higher. I would like that, but Rashad thinks we're only going to hit about 85. So we'll see what happens there, but we're currently trading at 86.97. And what did I say at the beginning of this week? I said they desperately wanted to smack us down below 90. They desperately. And who's they? The big bankers. And IS, this sounds like Conspiracy Channel. You have no proof for that. The bankers, they, them, who are you talking about? Well, I'm not using the pronouns to be fancy here. I'm letting you know that literally JP Morgan Chase, $920 million fine in 2020 for market manipulation. Scotiabank, $127.5 million fine. Deutsche Bank, $75.5 million. HSBC, $76. UBS, $20. Bank of America, $25. Morgan Stanley, $1.5. Goldman Sachs, $20. Barclays, 26 million pounds. Allegedly, these scammers and bankers, but what they want is they desperately want a weekly red candle, which they don't have yet. They desperately want that was a monthly red candle. They desperately want a weekly gold candle, which after all these attacks, they still don't have. We're pushing back. So that's what they want. That's where we're at. That's where silver's at. Let me show you silver futures. Currently sitting at 87.45. So let's pop this up here, 87.45. So we are in contango. Before the shutdown yesterday and everything that happened, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Comex emergency halted silver. I'm going to break it down here in a second. And gold and natural gas. But we were in contango quite nicely for the day. I'm like, whoa, is it fixed? Is it fixed? And then that happened. So we're going to break that down here shortly. But look at the gold. Gold, after getting to a high yesterday, 5,217.73. Last night it got a high of 5,205.71. Currently it's still over 5,100. $5,185.06. The bankers are in full-blown panic because they just did a fake server glitch. They cash settled. They did all their tricks and still they're losing. Poor Mortimer. His games are finally coming to an end. If we look here at the Shanghai Futures Exchange, we're going to start to see this puppy here trade in 15 minutes. And it closed at $100.85 yesterday. Yesterday, they suspended 2 more accounts for Article 16 violations. Article 16 violations, 2 more. That brings it to 24 or 25. Since the start of the year, they've been suspending. We'll see if any more get suspended today after the big smackdown yesterday. Gold to silver ratio is currently trading at 59.55 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold. And guys, I'm going to be answering questions here in just a moment. So please get them typed up and ready, and make sure you tag me at International Stacker at the front of it so it makes it orange for me. But first, I've got some breaking news. I've got a few tweets that I want to go over. I want to make sure everyone's on the same page here. So let me go down here. Uno momento. I'm going to do a very quick update here. Okay. So this is the first post. This is to get everyone on the same page here. Major breaking: the Comex shut down metals and natural gas trading due to technical issues again. Gold, silver, copper, platinum all hold it on the Globex at 12:15 Central Time, right as the March 1st notice day pressure ramps up. Remember these watchouts I gave you guys for all these dates. Well, here we are, and look what happened. Natural gas quickly came back online, but this isn't the first glitch. Remember the last time the servers overheated on the coldest day of the year in November? It seems to always hit when physical demand spikes and paper shorts get nervous. CME stock drained another 2.3 or stock tanked 2.3% on the news. So that was the first post yesterday. And then MBA Economics came out and said, just like that, the CME say the servers are overheated again. Same MO as the Black Friday shutdown before December deliveries. Are you guys seeing anything suspicious here? This happened in the end of November before December deliveries? Huh. This happened with the LBA at the end before January deliveries? Huh. And it just happened now when I've been raving about March deliveries and that the market's breaking, trust is eroding? Huh. Interesting. Well, let's see what happens here. Let's keep going up here. These are some funny posts, some other information posts. Here's a really good one. I said, so true. They just want it cheaper for settlements and a red weekly candle. Then we are off to the races, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. But Correlation Economics here said, cooling issues at the CME are bullish. The last cooling issue sparked a 2.5 times rise in silver. Look at that. We're going up if you think this is actually going to be bullish for silver, because this is their last ditch effort to try to control things. I said, come on, guys. These glitches are normal, aren't they? Cartel unleashes on gold and silver after CME trading halt. Silver slammed to $3 down to 88.20, and we're even lower now. We're at 87.27 right now. Gold smashed 70 to 5,164, but gold we're at 5,181. So gold actually is higher than the initial smash down. The bullion bank's operation appears to have been launched in an attempt to prevent silver from breaking out above the 92. And if we go here and chart, that is totally accurate. We were in this upward trend headed towards that 92 level. We were at 91.30 when it all started. Then they halted it for 30 minutes and then the dump happened. But I've got the updated news that I'm going to break down for you right now, and it's going to shock you to your core. So let me go up here. Look at this. Days without nonsense, 0. And I put this out yesterday. It's getting a lot of traction. Why do these glitches only happen when silver is breaking out and at the end of the month while OI is settling? I tagged the world in there. I even tagged NASA. Not necessarily their jurisdiction, but there's a lot of alien talk lately, so I put that in there. Look at this. Breaking that Comex technical glitch halt on silver and gold. Bad sign or perfect cover. Institutional trader Jane Street. Start recognizing this name if you haven't seen it all over social media yet. Jane Street just loaded up massive and is now the biggest holder of SLV, which is a silver ETF, adding 20.6 million shares in Q4 alone. Reports that Jane Street deleted all of their posts on X. Look, this is their account. They used to have posts. Now there's nothing. It's wiped clean. It's been here since 2018. What's going on at Jane Street Group? Zero Hedge dropping the warnings on massive financial engineering behind it all. So Zero Hedge put out this tweet yesterday. Look at this. Everything's good. We're going higher. 92 here. CME halts. We're halted, traded. We're halted. And then bang, massive dump. We have been huge silver bulls since 2009, says Zero Hedge. But be very careful here. Lots of financial engineering going on. Jane Street not only added a record 20.6 million shares in SLV in Q4, it is now also the biggest SLV holder. What is going on? A lawsuit was just launched against Jane Street for manipulation of the Bitcoin market. They were doing, evidently, allegedly, I'll say allegedly here, they were doing a daily slam on Bitcoin, selling, slamming it down, rebuying. Totally dirty. Totally illegal. Send them to court. Okay, so totally plausible and reminiscent of the last cooling issue. So here, Eric Young out of China, he's a great resource, says, this is what I think happened. The Comex clearing firms and vault and I've got proof now, guys. The proof came out this morning. CME clearing firms and vault operators, the approved depositories, reviewed the physical silver in their vaults and realized there wasn't enough freely available, free float, physical silver to satisfy all the parties standing for delivery. As a result, they halted the Comex trading and stopped issuing new silver future warrants. They canceled all the trades, guys. They canceled, not all, but a bunch of the trades yesterday. Canceled, finished, finite, you're done. This gave them time to arrange backroom deals to cash settle, and I've got proof now of the cash settlement I'm about to show you. Futures contracts that lacked the physical silver. And look at this. When the market shut down yesterday, you see this big volume spike? I like the part where 31,828 contracts changed hands during the halt. Comex rats. And in this channel, we're friendly to rats because Rat Stacker, she's got 2 baby rats, Houdini and Popcorn. But I get the sentiment. Okay, here we go. Here is the big update. Comex glitch equals cover-up. Halted trading to mass cash settle, plus 159 million ounces magically dumped during the freeze. Smoking gun exposed. While metals trading was officially halted yesterday due to technical issues, volume data shows 31,828 contracts or 159 million ounces magically traded during the freeze. That's not a glitch, that's a bailout. Yesterday, the exact day of the infamous Comex glitch, 11,755 contracts got closed out. That's 58.775 million ounces of silver. But the math doesn't lie. Only 6,449 contracts or 32.24 ounces could possibly have been rolled forward. That leaves over 5,306 contracts, 26.53 million ounces straight up cash settled. Why the glitch? To negotiate those 26.53 million ounces to go bye-bye for good. Poof, gone. Coincidence the glitch happened right when they needed to quietly negotiate these ounces into oblivion? Comex registered silver is now down to just 87 million ounces in their coffers, down another 2 million ounces. And tomorrow, February 27th, is D-Day, first notice delivery day for March. Trust in paper system is evaporating by the hour. Now look at May. 75,815 contract bomb. That's 379 million ounces waiting to explode on them, being the Comex. Comex stocks keep getting drained while paper pile grows. The squeeze isn't coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. Stackers, this is why we stack physical. What happens when the next glitch can't save them? So this data came out this morning. You see here 230 change here on these. 11,356 change here. 169 here. But look at this. Add these together and minus these. Add these together and minus. It doesn't work. Massive amounts of ounces were cash settled. That's the only explanation here. You see this? These numbers? You see these? It doesn't work, but look at in May. Look at this massive bomb they've set up here for May. So, guys, this is what I do in my off time. This is what I do when everyone's sleeping. I am trolling the internet looking for the smoking guns. And here we go, another post. Comex in full panic mode. Desperate moves from a desperate casino. Cash settling, glitches, vault drains. They're running out of metal fast. Beware the Ides of March. The squeeze could break them. Who's stacking harder now? And this is by Just Dario. Look at this. We are used to weird things in the silver market. Powerful slams and all sorts of manipulation. But this? Okay, so look. Comex trading halted. And then, whee! And then we're coming back. We're pushing hard. And then, whee! We're coming back. We're doing our thing. Whee! Come on, we got this. Come on, we got. Whee! Look at these shark fins. Bluest, deepest. My head is like a shark fin. But we're going to push back here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not panicking, and you shouldn't be either. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. But none of the fundamentals in gold and silver have changed. I am ultra bullish. I am unshaken. I've been saying for months and years, you're going to have intestinal fortitude to see the way through. The road is going to be long and full of terrors. It's going to be dark. Some of us are going to be bloodied with broken bones. But those with the intestinal fortitude to forge the crazy path to success are going to be dancing in the streets. I really do believe that. Well, maybe not the dancing part, but you get what I'm saying. Rashad here is stone cold and not shaken one bit. I'm going to ask you guys in chat. Are you guys shaken? Are you dissuaded? He's staring down the bankers he's staring down the bankers who's the real captain of the ship now. Paper pushers sweating, physical stackers winning. Who's riding with us to 100 and beyond? That's the question. So Rashad said here, silver 30-minute chart, the metal broke down on an ascending wedge as expected and tested 86.30, which is not bad, but I would like to see 85 before it reverts higher. Let's see. And I would like to see it a little lower. Like we're here. We're here. 85 is here. I would like to fill this gap. So bounce down to 84.75, consolidate, then we'll move higher in the next leg. That's what I would like. What do you guys think? And the Floyd Lawton, thank you so much for that super chat saying, the devil's advocate, if banks lower silver to help EV solar production, Wouldn't losing control of the price make them cost more? Wait. Devil's advocate, if banks lower silver to help EV solar production, wouldn't losing control of the price make them cost more? I mean, I'm not sure if I quite get the point of your question, Floyd Lawton, but here's what I'll say. Smashing the price down so industrial users can buy more silver to build these cogs, yeah, they'll be cheaper in the short term, but in the long room, it's disastrous for the bankers. Remember, we're in 6 years plus deficit now. We produce less than we consume. We produce about 835 million ounces. We consume more than 1.2 billion. Now this year it's slated to be 1.3 billion. Situation's getting worse, so the cheaper they suppress silver, because look, Shanghai closed at 185. We're currently trading at 86, so that's a $14 give or take premium. The more physical silver is going to leave the west to the east, the more it's going to evaporate for these cheaper prices. It's setting up, it might be short term, a quick win for the bankers, but long term, it's catastrophic. It's setting it up like crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start answering questions now, so please put them in chat. Make sure you put @International-Stacker so it glows orange for me. And thank you so much, Floyd, for that super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from the danger zone. What is the danger zone? That's every morning from 8:15 p.m. Eastern, or 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the traditional block that attacks come in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am issuing a danger zone alert. That is a danger zone alert. So let's see what happens here. And I'm going to start answering questions while we watch this chat. Okay, the Floyd Lawton says, if the price of silver goes up, that means EV stuff costs more to make, which makes costs get past the... Yeah, I mean, prices will go up, but silver, best conductor of electricity, it's not... It's small. If you look at like an iPhone, the amount of silver in an iPhone is small. Like a solar panel, it's more than average, but still it's not the majority of materials, right? So if silver goes up, could price go up? Sure, but it's not a 1-for-1. Like if cog X costs $100 and 1% of that cog's cost is silver, and then that silver goes up 300%, okay? So you increase the price of that cog for that one little thing by 3%. You get what I'm saying? So if silver doubles or triples or quadruples, it won't double, triple, or quadruple the price of that cog, that item. Does that make sense? Because it's just one of the many components that go into it. Florida Man Racer saying, I think a lot of people should go to jail until they rot because it's clearly illegal trading, yet nothing will be done because it all protects the green toilet paper dollar. You might be right there, Florida Man, but it doesn't matter. These numbers are going down. Me and other people are ranting on the internet about this. This is so different for them. They've never experienced the mass outrage like this because their games have been bad for years, but they haven't been this bad for years. And now it's being amplified on social media. People are screaming. So I believe their days are up. I believe, figuratively, I believe they are desperate. And injured animals are sometimes the most dangerous animals, right? So that's the situation I think we're in. The smoke is lifting. The veil around the Wizard of Oz is lifting. And people are starting to see the Emperor has no clothes. Like, look at YouTube. I've got 65,000 subscribers on here. Back in the day, I was one of the biggest YouTube channels with only 20,000 subscribers. Now we got Yankee Stacking with a couple 100,000. Silver Dragon's headed towards 500,000. So just the fact that these subscribers, our niche has grown so much. So many of you are new. If you're new this year, put new this year. If you're new last year, put new last year. The momentum is building. The tide is turning. And like a storm surge from a hurricane coming across the sand dunes, eventually it breaks through. Like the dam overtopping because of a significant torrential downpour. Eventually, if that continues, it will overtop. That's the situation we're at. And my proof? If they still had full control, we'd be under $20 an ounce still, and we're not. After all these attacks, we're still pushing back towards 100. What do you think? Portuguese saying, Indy initial jobless claims reports minutes away. Thank you, Portuguese. Portuguese, please drop that in chat when it drops, if you don't mind. Okay. Why must all gaps be filled? It's part of technical analysis variable. I don't know the pathophysiology behind it, but I know from what I've been trained and studied, All gaps must be filled, but it only happens about 95% of the time. So sometimes we do get freebies, but that's just the way it is. I'll have to dig deeper into that because I keep getting asked that question. I really don't have a good answer for it. And in Daystar, if you had a time machine and you knew for a fact silver would only go to the moon in your 90s, what would you do? I would still stack. Here's why. My plan, guys, is generational wealth. My plan is generational wealth, building a legacy to hand on to the next generation of my family. But guess what? If I need more help for retirement, I've got this to fall on. If I have an emergency, I've got this to fall on. If something crazy happens, I've got this to fall on. So me, for my strategy, protects me for my whole life with physical gold and silver. So even if I knew it wouldn't shoot the moon till I was 90, I would still be stacking. And remember, guys, silver and gold physical is not a short-term flip. You get rich. I mean, you can get lucky sometimes, but it's really a mid to long-term play. Not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. And Don in chat saying, who are the banks paying the fines to? Who gets the money? The CFTC. The banks pay to the CFTC, and see, paid a record fine to the CFTC and CFTC and the DOJ. So it goes to the U.S. government, so they can let them cheat. They get them in trouble for cheating, then get paid, then let them cheat again. And here's the funny thing: they paid $920 million in fines, but they made billions, right? So the bank cheats, they make billions, then they make a $920 million fine, and then these entities take that funding and put it back into their coffers. It's kind of like a self-licking ice cream cone at this point. SB saying, have you ever heard of counterfeit goldbacks or seen any of them? No, I haven't, but it's possible. And goldbacks do have new security features they've done on them. It's on the back of them. So, like, if you shine, and I think this light's out of batteries, but if you shine a UV light on them, let me see. You see the back? So there's all these new security features and things they're adding. So have I ever seen counterfeit goldback? No, I have not. Could they be counterfeited? Probably out of China. Yeah, probably. That's why you got to buy from trusted sources. Check them out. Look, familiarize yourself with the security features. Now those security features are new. The older ones won't have it. So if you get an old one with a security feature or a fake security feature, you know. David in chat saying, do you expect silver price to go up this weekend and next weekend due to... I said from the start that I thought they were going to try to smack it this week because the end of this week is the end of a monthly candle, the end of a weekly candle. It's the cash settlement, open interest. It's D-Day. Their lives depend on it. I think probably going into next week, we'll see some bullish action. But even with all the attacks this week, guys, even with all the attacks, we're still at $86.85. Remember, we were fighting to get there just 7 days ago. What is it today? 26? Just 3 days ago. 3 days ago, we just hit this level again. So just whenever you start to get stressed out or depressed, all you got to do on the silver and gold chart is simply zoom out. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in the danger zone. We have 10 minutes left in the danger zone. We'll see what happens here. I'll keep answering questions. Wolf and Bear, Jane Street is hedging their SLV call options. They sold by buying SLV shares. There is a 3-to-1 call put ratio forcing them to hedge by buying SLV. Thank you for that, Wolf. I'll have to look more into that aspect of it. Free as Can Be says, what do you think about Bix Weir's position? The Comex will never break because it's banker to banker doing trading. I mean, he's done a lot of good work over the years. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. And his stance is it's all fully manipulated. They can hit one key and send it to zero if they want. I get that stance and sentiment, but if they had total full control like that and it was really like you couldn't win, we wouldn't be seeing crazy price action like this. They wouldn't have to halt the trading like they did to do their chicanery. So I get the sentiment. All is nigh. It's going to be manipulated till it's not. But we wouldn't be seeing these numbers if that was true. So I like a lot of his work. I've watched him for years. I've watched other people for years. Some of the stuff I agree with, some of the stuff I don't. And the full manipulation game, kind of black pill, they're going to control it till they're not. I don't agree, because we see the signs, we see the smoke, we see the danger. If it was fully controlled like that, we wouldn't be seeing any of that. Does that make sense? If banks are also holding silver, if the government wants higher prices to oppose China, then why are the banks trying to pull prices down? That's a good question. Let's go. Because they don't have the silver in the vaults. The Comex is supposed to have silver in the vaults to cover all this, and they only have a fraction. It's been a shell game for years, smoke and mirror, musical chairs. That's the situation we're in. And right now, the premium between the West and East is shocking. And okay, we just opened here. Shanghai just opened with a gap down, 97.91. Is this a possible Article 16 violation? We'll see later today. We'll find out, that's for sure. But silver's on a green candle in the Comex at 87.14. Gold's on a green candle at 5,176. And Shanghai Futures Exchange is currently at $97.83. We'll see what happens there. Okay, next question from Owen from Ireland. Can we get a clip of, similar to Mortimer, of crabs swarming the bankers to Twisted Sister? We're not going to take... Oh, let me write that down. Crabs. We're not going to take it. Take it. Banker swarm. I like that idea. Do you guys like that idea? If you like that idea, put banker swarm in chat. I'll work on that one. I like that. The Y26K bug strikes again. Y2K. You guys remember Y2K? Is silver money or is cash fiat? Both. To be money, there's different characteristics you got to have. You guys got to watch Mike Maloney's Hidden Secrets of Money. It explains all of this. And even if your experience been stacking for a long time, if you've never seen it, you have to watch it. But guys, this stuff right here, cash, paper, fiat currency, which I think is Latin, Greek, maybe it's Latin. It means just to let it be into existence. All throughout history, every paper currency ever created, not backed by physical silver, not backed by physical gold, has 100% of the time gone to zero. And as I whip out and plop down my big old fat stack of Vietnam dong here, I want to remind you, it got so bad in Zimbabwe, they went to $1 million notes, and they went to $1 billion notes, and then they went to $1 trillion notes. And a lot of this currency right here is from Venezuela. And Venezuela's in a currency crisis. Everyone who saved their hard-earned money, sweat, and tears in this paper fiat currency literally lost it all. This one silver coin from 1936 from Venezuela is still worth its weight in silver, more than all this cash combined. And it is so disgusting. And guys, I actually put out yesterday. I encourage you guys to go to read the string I put out. It's about this very topic. And guys, I put out information all the time on my X, formerly known as Twitter, Intl-Stacker, International When It Fit. To just bring you perspective, bring you news, relate things to the past. And look at this. So they didn't confiscate your gold at gunpoint in Weimar, Germany. They asked nicely. 1914, Gold for Iron campaign was launched. Hand over your wedding ring in gold. Get an iron one stamped, I gave to the fatherland. So it was a very patriotic thing they got. Millions of Germans handed over their gold willingly. By 1923, hyperinflation, ordinary people had zero gold left. Their life savings only bought a subway ticket. Middle class obliterated. So there's two famous stories from Weimar, Germany. One was this old man's life savings. He saved all his life. He was going to be good in retirement. Then this happened, the end of their currency. And it happens to every currency. Guys, our currency changed in 1971 when Nixon took us off the gold standard. I believe the next currency change for us is right around the corner. And a lot of times it's hidden. You can't see it happen. But the famous story here is an old man took all of his life savings and just bought a subway ticket to ride the train one last time around town. There was another guy who traded in his life insurance for a loaf of bread. That's how bad it got. When paper died in 1923, silver and gold stackers didn't hand coins to the bankers or to the bakers. They hoarded it. Gresham's law. Bartered jewelry for potatoes, converted it to US dollars on the black market, and moved at light speed. The middle class who trusted paper got wiped out. The farmers, big debtors, and Hugo Steins, who borrowed paper to buy real assets, became the new emperors. Ladies and gentlemen, it can happen here. The signs are screaming. If you're already stacking physical gold and silver, you're ahead of 99% of the Germans from 1923 and ahead of the population here in the United States. But the real edge is ditching blind trust in paper systems that always go to zero. It's 100% failure rate. Fact check me on that. Every single paper currency ever made has eventually gone to zero, not backed by gold and silver. What's your plan when the wheelbarrow moment hits? Bartered skills, dollars, real assets, speed. Guys, you got to prepare yourselves. And that's why I started this channel so many years ago and why I've been screaming from the rooftops about... I'm sneezing. I'm alert. Oh, three. That's three. That's three. Oh, man. I'm sneezing. I must be allergic to paper fiat currency. That was 3 in a row. But that's why I've been screaming from the rooftops for so many years for this channel. Share my triumphs, share my journey with y'all, but also be a warning sign. Help other people prepare. And guys, we are at 1,800 people on the stream. Thank you so much. We're at 416 likes. Every time you see a gold or silver video and you hype it, from me or anyone else, as long as you like it, you hype it, you subscribe, you smash the like button, you're literally saving your fellow humans on this earth. How many people right now in stream got into gold and silver stacking because you saw a random YouTube video? Put YouTube in big, bold capital letters right now in chat. And as you see all these big YouTube scroll by simply sharing, liking a stream, interacting, you are literally the gold and silver Paul Revere, who was a revolutionary hero in the United States during the Revolutionary War, who was also a silversmith. You're literally the gold and silver Paul Revere riding the streets of the internet, warning that the bankers are coming and of their plan. As ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes left in the danger zone, and we just started a red candle. We'll see if we can hold on with silver at 87.24. Okay, I missed a bunch of questions. If I didn't address your question, please put it back in chat and put at International Stacker. I went off on that tangent there. You know me, guys. I can go off on tangents. Guys, look at all those YouTubes. Hasn't OI gone up after the first notice in recent months? It hasn't gone back up yet, but it's going to. It's at the lowest level. Look at this tweet I just put out. I just put this out. Comex silver open interest just hit multi-year lows. Some calling it the lowest in modern history. Paper silver is drying up. Shorts are bleeding out. Physical demand is exploding. From here, it can only go up. The squeeze setup is prime. Stackers loading. Institutions waking up. Who's ready for the next leg higher? So that's a tweet I just literally put out. Okay, Florida Man Racer said, I said this last night to one of your subscribers. I genuinely think that the fiat dollar crashes. Goldback might just swoop in and be the easiest replacement. Wow, Florida Man. I wish it would be the Goldback, but here's the dirty secret. The bankers, the politicians, they do not want a currency backed by gold and silver because then they can't deficit spend. Look at the government budget. Look at the government negative spending once we went off the gold standard, and over the years this has gotten worse and worse. If paper currency is tied to real money, gold and silver, they can't deficit spend. They might peg it to something to make it appear they've done that, but it won't be truly. So although I'd love for that to happen, it is possible. It is possible. Again, look at my tweet in Weimar. What happened in Weimar, Germany? A lot of people ran. They ran from the mark, the paper dollar, and created their own currencies, jewelry, gold, silver. So you definitely could see goldbacks or anything else come forward as an alternate currency. You could see that. But the institution, I think they want to go to a digital currency. And they're going to be like, we're pegging it to the stable coin that's pegged to gold. They're going to say something like that to make people feel good. It will fight terrorism and people and drug money and this and that. But what a digital currency will do is it will usher in max taxation. No more buying and selling at garage sales without having to report it and get taxed on it. Mass taxation, mass tracking, and just like we saw in Canada, when the government didn't like what was happening during the protests, what do they do to the truckers? They shut their bank accounts, they shut their cryptocurrency wallets down. And to think government won't do that is naive, and it could not be. Maybe this administration won't. Maybe the next administration won't, and the administration after that. But maybe the next administration after that will. If you give the opportunity to seize power and take total control all throughout history, we have nothing but historical precedents that has happened and that will continue to happen. So I do not want a digital currency only. Now, to be real, the US dollar is mostly a digital currency. The majority of the US... Okay. How much of US currency is actually... You're about to be shocked. Printed versus digital. So we already have a pseudo-digital currency. 90 to 90% of US currency that exists only in digital form. 90 to 97%. The majority is not printed as we speak. So we're already in a quasi-digital currency, but I'm talking about a blockchain ledger where it's going to be max tracking, max taxation. Okay, Portuguese says jobless claims report 212,000 lower than expected. So that's bullish, right? Jobless. Let's look at the DXY, the dollar index. Traditionally, when the dollar goes up, it puts negative bearish pressure on gold and silver. When it goes down, it puts positive. And if that job report just came out here in the last 10 minutes, let's see, what time is it? 8:32. I don't know. Maybe maybe this bump here is because of that. So we'll keep checking in on the DXY. Thank you for that. And ladies and gentlemen, we're officially out of the danger zone. And it looks like we made it through that relatively unscathed. Silver trading at 87.05. Gold trading at 5,171. So we'll see what we could do here during the day. Guys, keep smashing that like button. We're only one like away from 500. I really appreciate all the support. And ladies and gentlemen, who wants a big show this morning? We're at 65,274 subscribers. Only 26 more subscribers until the next big show. Please subscribe. I give away gold and silver all the time on this channel. I gave away over 100 ounces of silver in 2025, 800 1/2 gold backs in collaboration with goldback.com. Thank you. Give away over 29 ounces of silver so far this year. I'm going to be doing another big mega giveaway, a mega. It's coming. You got to be subscribed, though, so subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss it. So you might as well subscribe, maybe win some free gold and silver in the future, and see a big show at the same time. And a big shout-out to all the channel members on the stream. A big shout-out to all the Diamond Claw level channel members on the stream. I really appreciate your guys' support, and channel members get access to channel member-only live streams in the War Room. What happens in the War Room stays in the War Room, but who has? Diamond Claws. Who's got Diamond Claws in the chat? Who's got them? Okay, I'm looking here. Average temp in Aurora yesterday was 27 and cooler. Cooling tower not winterized. Yeah. So Brett's talking about cooling issues. I don't think they said it was a cooling issue this time. They just called it a server glitch. So who knows? Miami saying the banner cycle predicts a sudden stock and real estate crash by the end of 2026, and silver and gold always fly during those crashes. Interesting. Thank you for that, Miami. Michael saying to get around declaring silver value use if leaving USA. Coins minted before 1965 that contain 90% silver, which are still accepted as for payment of public debts. Huh, interesting. Interesting thing there, Michael. Brian saying, keep your dong off the screen. It's obscene. This is supposed to be a family show. I'll pull it off. Here. Okay, let me get it off. I'm sorry. I get a little wild sometimes. Let's get all this disgusting paper, fiat currency, off our real money. Gold and silver, and people say it's antique. It's a thing of the past. All while central banks are stacking it like there's no tomorrow, guys. That's why I love gold and silver. Thousands, literally thousands. These coins are thousands of years old. These are Roman silver denarius. Thousands of years of history. Physical gold and physical silver. Nothing else like it. Okay, Portuguese initial jobless claims. 212 claims, less than the 217 expected. So that is positive. Okay. Does the Comex get audited to prove how much? No. You kidding me? I mean, they probably do their little internal pencil whips, I'm sure. To get around to declaring silver. Okay, I already read that. Miami says, my family has been stacking since the 70s and we never sell for fiat, only play the gold to silver ratio above 90 and below 30 to increase ounces and kilos. Nice, Miami. Woo! What a wild night. What a wild day. I've got a question for you. Were any of you concerned yesterday because of this price action and because of the chicanery and tricks? Or is the only reason you know about it is because of channels like mine bringing it to your attention? Would you guys have known about the Comex halt if I and other creators didn't amplify it? I'm curious about that. Because I think in the past, the Comex would do this stuff and very few people would realize it. So they could get away with it. But that's why I believe things are so different right now, because they can't. Now, is anyone in chat depressed because of yesterday or what's going on? Or are you unshaken? Because, guys, we don't have to worry about the journey. Again, not a financial advisor, just doing on the internet with crabs. To me, I don't worry about the journey because I know where we're going. I know what the destination is. Sometimes we could stress so much about the journey that we forget to have fun, right? Unless it was big enough for or to make zero hedge, I wouldn't have known about the halts. Thank you, Dan. Validated my thesis, says Malha. Yep. Florida man saying, I'm not depressed. I'm just pissed off that nothing is being done. I mean, I think things will eventually be done. I do think stuff's going to come out of this, guys. I do think fines are going to get paid. I think people are going to get in trouble, but that takes years. So from something that happens today, a full-blown investigation takes years. So you probably wouldn't see anything for 5+ years anyway. Nice. Oxby's retiring tomorrow. Congratulations. Okay, I missed the question I asked earlier. I'm going to ask it one more time. Sorry. How many people are brand new this year for silver and gold, and how many people are brand new last year? Put brand new this year or last year. Let me know. And Miami says, just a shake it off. $97 incoming, says Miami. She is a technical analyst. Remember, I'm going to say it again and foot stomp it. This road is going to be long. It's going to be full of terrors. Some people are going to get bumps, bruises. But those with the intestinal fortitude will be dancing in the streets. Living in Cape Cod, just got my electricity back. Appreciate the small things. Nice Egbert boot whistle. Is that from that winter storm? You think Comex will be chilling and the low inventory, highest demand will be calm? No, definitely not. I'm scared in the process of moving my money to purchase physical, but in the meantime, worried about positions in ETFs, SLV, and GLD. Well, Doug, I know it's easy to say, but try not to be scared, because when you're scared, you will make irrational decisions. So take a deep breath, and you're a channel member, so you can email me, and I can help you. If you got questions, email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com, Doug. But do not panic. Do not be scared. Be prepared. Calm your inner self, and you'll make the right decisions. Not financial advisor, just some down on the internet with crabs, but I'll certainly give you my opinion. Real Geared Up Silver Survivor saying, we love you, International Stacker. Thank you, Real Geared Up Survival. Guys, who wants to see the Real Geared Up Survival's face? I've got it on camera. I've got it. If you want to see his face, put face in chat. I'll show it right now. What is the Shanghai price saying? David, Shanghai is currently trading at $98.77. I wonder if this gap right here is going to end up being another Article 16 violation. I wonder. They want to see your face.
It's my silver and I want it now.
This is him.
My silver and I want it now.
He won a big prize on my giveaway for this video.
My silver and I want it now.
It's his silver and he wants it now. Call J.G. Whitworth. 877 crabs now. You guys remember that commercial? J.G. Whitworth. All right, let's see what you guys are tweeting at me here. 1,800 people on the stream. Thank you so much. We're 11 likes from 600, so please smash that like button. And thank you to all the brand new members. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you, everybody, for the support. It helps the channel immensely. Helps me do what I do. Bring you guys nonstop content on gold and silver. Helps me do the research. So thank you so much. It all helps immensely. But you can support the channel without spending a dime. You can simply smash the like button, share stream. I appreciate it all the support in whatever way, shape, or form. I appreciate it so much. Many bullion traders are now following SGE price. Go check, says OE. Next exit saying something like this with the music playing. Look at this. Storming the bankers. Yeah, I'll work on it. It'll be some fun next exit. Criminal by the sounds of it, says Saul to Paul. Gold stacker, silver stacker, says MMI. Good, says Saul to Paul. Nicholas says they will devise or amend new rules to preserve their advantage and continue extracting dollar liquidity. Those losses will once again be socialized as in 2008 and as in January. As in today, market participants bear the downside, not those who designed the framework. Keith saying, IS, twice in the last week, I've seen a lab-grown gold pop up in news feeds. Looks like a diversion tactic to hold the price. Yeah, guys, I've seen so much lately about they can grow gold. Oh, this bacteria can poop gold. Oh, silver, they can change metals into silver now in the electron collider in CERN. Guys, they have been trying for thousands of years. By they, I mean the people in charge, paying millions and billions of dollars to try to figure out how to make free gold and silver. And they can't. It's not going to happen unless aliens bring it to us somehow. But it ain't going to happen, so don't fall for it. That's just a diversion tactic to make you not want to stack. Has no boss, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Check out your new custom channel member emojis, and I'll see you in the next war room. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. Clothing is not optional. And McGuire saying, we didn't think the system for March deliveries would save the cartel either, but it did. We need to see 2 million ounces drain every day from the Comex. Well, May's going to be crazy. That's all I can say. $100 is certain, says Robert, but keep the gold and silver ratio in any recipe for optimism. What should I make for dinner, says Owen. Owen, let's do some bangers and mash tonight. Con is saying, love your channel. We stay up to 2 a.m. in Australia to watch it. Learn and laugh. Thank you, Con. Thank you so much. How many of you guys, what time is it? For everyone watching right now, what time is it? Put that in chat. I'm curious. Let's see who it's the latest for. Organized crime, says REB. Jim Kiefer saying, these freaking sleaze bags at the Comex need to be arrested and banned from ever trading again. Actually, not quite easy, says Robert. Major paper players are exiting the market permanently. Silver, some just silver, others all precious metals. The good times are gone. The hangover is almost fatal. Squeeze still primed. And Meltup saying, I think we head back to 78.50 between now and Friday. They have the price locked in the range. Whatever illegal bloop the CME group did yesterday allowed them to slam the price today. Certainly. And I did cover that at the beginning of the stream. A bunch of mystery activity happened. And variables saying, let's go. JD Florida Man saying CME group is criminal. CFTC should be investigating and now arresting people. Instead, they're just sitting on their hands doing nothing. POTUS, real Donald Trump, should be demanding that this action be taken now. If he wants to stockpile precious metals and minerals, the last thing we need is a $10 premium every day to entice movement of silver and gold from U.S. to China, our greatest threat. China is hoarding metals, and we're just giving it to them with the only benefit being our own fiat dollars that isn't worth a dang. To the point, it's no longer the standard reserve currency globally. Gold and silver are. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. Preaches accountability as one of his main talking points. Where's the accountability for the Comex and the banks like JP Morgan that are together manipulating the entire market? Well said. Guys, can we chant JD in chat right now for JD? Well said, JD. And Shugazim saying, IS, it's interesting how this is happening in plain sight. Oh, yeah. Because they've always done it in plain sight, and they didn't get this type of pushback. I guarantee you they're looking at this pushback and going, uh-oh, this is not good. Blatant market manipulation, says expat stacker, right in front of their gold and everyone. The SEC is completely complicit or asleep at the wheel. It doesn't matter. In the end, you can't manipulate the market on the way down forever. And Variable says, now crash the server. They are slaves. They have no rights. Numbers sure seem to indicate this is true, says Mikkel. Yep, they are killing themselves now. They probably already know they lost the market. And guys, I'm telling you, we're on the precipice of something huge here. We're on the precipice of something huge here. I feel it in my bones. Let's see, 8:44 for someone. Melbourne is 12. It's midnight, 12:44 a.m. 12:44 into Tasmania. 12:44 a.m. might take it, guys. Someone's at 5:43 a.m. I'm looking at my previous question I asked you guys. I think midnight's gonna take it. I think midnight's gonna take it, guys. That is the latest / earliest. There's a 5 a.m.er, but I think midnight's worse. Wow, thank you so much. Oh my gosh! Ladies and gentlemen! Mrs. Chef Yoda just made it rain on the Goblin. Thank you so much. Just gifted 20 international stacker memberships. Can we chant Mrs. Chef in chat? Okay, I'm going to name quickly the next 20 people. Congratulations. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. I'll be seeing you all in the war room. Make sure you say thank you to Mrs. Chef Yoda. That went to TMOT, David DeLon, Falcon, Eric, ABCDEFG, Bubs, Bristol's channel, Jason, M, Mr. Drippy, IGA, Riley, Have to Kill Me First, Mark, John Doe, TMB, Sean Fu Gold, Mega, Joe Weegreens. Man, so many people. Old Head, On the Thug Stacking, Silver Chain Gang, The Gold Box. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is so mega. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is crazy. Thank you so much, Yoda. Yoda Chef, Mrs. Yoda Chef. Really appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, we're on a green candle here. 87.29. We're pushing higher. Gold as well is on a green candle, 5,166.13. Shanghai is on a bit of a red candle, 98.72. Gold to silver ratio is creeping back down. We are back under 60 at 59.25 to 1. Wow. 8:47 a.m. in Miami Beach, says Miami. Thank you, Chef. That was crazy. John says we need a face and email for the people responsible for the Comex. I know. We'll get there. Don't lose faith. We're winning this war, believe it or not. The fact that it's being amplified so much on social media, we are literally winning the war. Breaking huge. India will no longer use the LBMA for gold pricing. Whoa. See? LBMA. So the first server glitch was in November when silver was breaking out at the end of settlements. And then January, when silver was breaking out at the end of settlements, the LBMA had a glitch. And then now, at the end of this month, the settlements, they're having a glitch. So the LBMA had one. Look at. Supposedly, allegedly, Silver Trade saying India will no longer use the LBMA for settlements. That's huge. That's huge if that's accurate. I need to fact check this. I mean, it's probably solid. Okay, India, gold, silver change from LBMA. Let's just see what pops up because I want to put that out. Wow. Wow. Okay, so let's break this down for people. That is huge, guys. India says no more to the manipulation game. Here you go, guys. This is how it happens. Okay. Hold up. I'm just trying to do this quick for you guys. India will, I'm just going to quote this. Change the valuation benchmark for physical gold and silver held by mutual funds and ETFs from the LBMA AM fixing to the pulled spot prices from recognized domestic stocks. I'm just going to quote this because we're live. I'm just going to quote this, get the message out as quickly as possible. This shift aims to better reflect local market conditions. And then we'll do this, so people read the post below. Bang. Wow. That is huge. Eric Young, one of our guys we like to follow on the ground in China, very smart guy, heavily involved in gold and silver, says, high open, OI is open interest rates, guys. Open interest, anytime you see that, OI. High OI, open interest at the Comex, is only bullish if there are a lot of parties standing for physical deliveries at the end of the month or late stage run. Low OI is even more bullish, which is where we're at now, if there are a lot of parties standing for physical deliveries, because that means it's harder for the concentrated shorts to paper dump the committed physical buyers out of their positions. Also, OI means no FOMO, fear missing out. Ladies and gentlemen, the tide is turning. Ladies and gentlemen, the tide is turning. Okay. Guys, make sure you follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, because I put out all kinds of stuff like this all the time, even when not live. Josh Philip Fair, this is the CEO of Scottsdale Mint. So here's what he's saying. Halo investment thesis is rising. Hard assets, low obsolescence. The world is going into unknown massive changes. This is going beyond Gen Z. What you do with your capital now is incredibly important. Crazy times as silver's on a green candle, 87.42. Let's see what happens here. I just woke up, says Noah. What happened? Noah, so much happened. You're going to have to watch the stream back, but the Comex smashed. The Comex halted trading. They smashed down with a bunch of paper ounces. They did a bunch of cash settlements. I'll show you one tweet. For anyone just joining, here's one tweet. Spells out a lot of it. Comex glitch equals cover up. They halted trading to mash cash settle. 159 million ounces magically dumped during the freeze. Smoking gun exposed. While metals trading was officially halted yesterday due to technical issue, volume data shows 31,828 contracts. That's 159 million physical ounces of silver was magically traded during the freeze. That's not a glitch. That's a bailout. Yesterday, the exact same day of the infamous Comex glitch, 11,755 contracts got closed out. That's 58.77 million ounces. But the math doesn't lie. Only 6,449 contracts, 32.24 million, could possibly have been rolled forward. That leaves over 5,300 contracts. It's 26.53 million ounces that got straight up cash settled. So the halt yesterday, that 90 minutes was their emergency window to negotiate these people to get paid off. They essentially paid off, cash settled, and probably paid a pretty decent premium to make it happen. Why the glitch? To negotiate those 26.53 million ounces to go bye-bye for good. Poof, gone. Coincidence, the glitch happened right when they needed to quietly renegotiate these ounces into oblivion. Comex registered silver now down to 87 million ounces, down another 2 million. And tomorrow, February 27th is D-Day, the first notice delivery day for March. Trust in paper system is evaporating by the hour. Now look at May, 75,815 contract bomb. That's 379 million ounces waiting to explode. And we're down to 87 million ounces in their coffers. Comex stocks keep getting drained while the paper pile grows. The squeeze isn't coming, it's already here. And here's the evidence. Here's the proof. And that's what I do, guys. I help you read the tea leaves. Okay. And Mrs. Yoda, thank you so much for those memberships. That was crazy. I think that's the most memberships we've ever had donated on the stream. All the new members, check out your new custom channel member emojis. I'm going to do a test. Okay, for all channel members, I'm going to play 3 scenes. And I'm going to test you for which emoji to drop. Scene number 1.
Take the camo, guys. Camel cam, guys. SHFE here.
The name Daisy.
Daisy the camel, guys. Good girl. Oh, wow, look at the 3 pyramids, guys.
Okay, so what emoji do you drop for that one, channel members? Okay, here's another one. What emoji do you drop for this one? Okay, what emoji do you drop for that one? And finally, I want to thank all the Diamond Claw level members on the stream. Thank you so much. All the channel members, drop those Diamond Claw emojis in chat. And anyone on the channel, even if you're not a member, if you've got Diamond Claws, let us know.
Diamond Claws.
So that was a test for all the brand new channel members. See if they drop those right emojis there. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at 65,290 subscribers, 10 more subscribers, and that will trigger a big show. Some say if you haven't seen a big show, you haven't lived. So the next 10 people to subscribe, you're going to get good luck for the next 7 years. It's science. The same scientists who validated the baby gator call also validated that. And back over here on X, we're looking at news. KH saying bye to the LBMA. Remember when Andy just dropped Woody? Bye. Oh, and that's supposed to be India. That's the LBMA. That's funny. Big Rick says, check out the ZSL Pro shares, reverse split so they can short more. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Jackson saying, IS, what were you doing when silver hit $45 an ounce? I was live streaming to you. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Just bought, says Sean Saul DePaul. Who's buying? Who bought yesterday or is going to buy today? Put I bought in chat. Let me know. Great Gazoo is saying, if you are new to silver stacking and gold, International Stacker has the latest news in the space. Thank you so much. Must watch live every day. Thank you so much, Great Gazoo. I'm happy you guys like it. Look at call 877 crab now. Variable. That's so funny. Thank you. Okay, we're caught up there. Let's go back to the breaking news. Crispy Bacon Jr. in chat says, always buying. That's awesome, Crispy Bacon. And guys, we're just 7 subscribers away from 65,300 in the next big show. Channel members, who wants to see a big show? They no longer care about the silver price rises. They only care about the speed of the rise of silver trade. This is a sign of a broken futures market. Vince Lansing nils the CME shenanigans that went down Wednesday afternoon. So we'll have to watch that. Looks like cleansing is complete, but I am not entirely convinced. Let's see how the miners react. Guys, the U.S. Stock Exchange, the stock market, it opens in 32 minutes. 32 minutes it opens. That's going to be the next big market mover here. I can keep going or I can get off. I've got a smoking good video. I've got the script. I wrote the script all night long. It's done. So I got to film that today and I want to get it to you guys ASAP. So do you want me to either stay until the stock market opens, then peace out and do that? That's only 31 minutes away. Or do you want me to end the stream now? Do you want me to end the stream now and start working on that? Let me know. John Mary, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. You are mega. We tried breaking through the resistance level and filled. Do you think it will soon? Yeah, I think we will, Ollie. Don't forget, the reason it filled is because they halted trading, dumped millions of paper ounces, and look at us. We're still here. So don't forget that. How did your miners fare during the alleged cooling issue? I think they were down 0.5%. It wasn't bad. Let me look. Let me check here. Yeah, they're only down like a 0.6% on the day. That's not bad. Miami, I only raid channels that have people speaking. It has to be an actual small creator and someone who's speaking, not just a stagnant channel. Sorry. If there's actually someone hosting, I will, but it's only for small creators who are actually live and hosting. But I do appreciate you being here in chat and sharing your knowledge, Miami. Silver Cat saying, we don't get anything done until you sign off either. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. End, stay. Okay, let me take a quick poll. Stay until stock market opens or close to or end to finish smoking. Here it's coming. 1 second. Gun video. Here comes the pull. Okay, here comes the poll. Let's see what you guys think. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking there. Legislation needs to be changed. All income made illegal should be confiscated, fined. Current legislation fines our costs of doing business. Yeah, Max, it's crazy times. Okay, so far, 76% of you are saying staying for the market open. Keep voting. I'm going to do whatever you guys say. Okay, let's go here. India caught Jane Street manipulating the markets and kicked them out. China caught accounts abusing its paper silver markets and immediately closed accounts. Congratulations, America. You have the obviously most corrupt markets on the face of the planet. Worse than India's, worse than China's. This isn't price discovery for silver, but blatant price setting, which is illegal or supposed to be. Apparently, we've lost the ability to hold anybody who has money accountable for anything. This is the end of an empire, clown show type here. Prediction, the losers in charge will only figure out how important trusted and functioning capital markets are once we lose them. But of course, they will have their fiat their fat Panama Papers offshore accounts to console themselves. So true. Dum IS can't spell. Dum IS cannot spell. That's a good post. I like that one. Should I stay or should I go now? Says Becky. Okay, we've got 276 votes. 75% say stay, so we're going to stay, guys. We're going to stay. The market's just opening in 26 minutes anyway, so I'm going to keep covering the news, answering questions, and I'm going to stay. In other words, they will get caught by their own shorts. Yeah, 100%, Lincoln. 100%. We have been huge silver bulls since 2009, but this is be very careful here, says Zero Hedge. Lots of financial engineering going on. Jane Street not only added a record 20.6 million shares of SLV in Q4, it is now also the biggest holder of SLV. Guys, follow me on X, previously known as Twitter. I put out information all day to help you read the tea leaves, help you know what's going on. I do cover them on the live streams, so if you can't do it, I get it. You'll get it eventually. But if you want the immediate information, make sure you follow me there. And Stupid Stacking saying, how many times has the CME had outages in the past 12 months? 2. In November, when silver was breaking out above $50 for the first time in a long time. Black Friday, right after Thanksgiving, and yesterday. 2 times. It's not common at all. Okay, Just Ara says, open interest on Comex March 26 silver future drops 10K or 50 million ounces. March is a delivery month for silver, but as things stands, deliveries will be lower than January, non-delivery month. That's crazy. See, guys, if things continue how they are for March, the deliveries are going to be less than they were in January. March is a major delivery month. January's not. Huh. Comex crisis averted then? Well, if that was the case, why did they pull the plug yesterday? Exactly. People are saying the Comex. Okay, let me see what I'm saying. Because people keep saying, oh, they're going to make it. It's not a problem. Okay. Why did they pull? That says it. Why did they pull the plug yesterday if everything is fine and normal? The amount of comments I get in my post, guys, of there's nothing, this is nothing to see here is absolutely crazy. So why did they pull the plug if everything's fine? That's the question. Why did they pull the plug? Gary's saying $90 silver has proven to be the new 120. In the world of investing, price is not always the most important signal. Sometimes the character of the price action tells you a much deeper, more profound story. This is precisely what has happened in the silver market now. The fact that silver mining stocks are stronger and more resilient at $90 per ounce today than they were during the fleeting volatile spike to 120 weeks ago is one of the most bullish signals an investor could ask for. Silver is off of about highs by about 27%, yet silver miners are only off by 6.5%. That is an interesting point there, Gary. Make Gold Great saying someone must be in deep bleep to keep shutting down, I think it's supposed to say shutting down a $1 quadrillion exchange every time silver goes up. The CME group is scared of opening today, said Aaron. Indian Bullion Blitz here. JP Morgan sees gold to reach 6,000. That's been in the news forever. Silver miners rising on realization that silver is going to sustain triple digits. Says Monetary Mayhem. Mario saying U.S. demands presented to Iran. Destroy all 3 nuclear sites. Transfer all enriched uranium to the U.S. No sunset clauses. Zero enrichment. Limited upfront sanctions relief. Guys, so this is very important to understand. Strait of Hormuz, 30% of the world's oil, I think 30%? 30% of the world's oil passes through there a day. Very key strategic location. We have U.S. has a carrier strike group here. Carrier strike group here. Everything's poised. The 5th fleet in Bahrain is gone. Here. Our 5th fleet is up here in Bahrain. The docks are empty. Let's do this. Let's do this. So I've been in Bahrain. I was here in the Middle East for close to 10 years. So our 5th fleet. I'm trying to remember where the 5th fleet is actually docked. Where is the 5th fleet actually docked? I don't know. Somewhere around here. But it's gone. It's all out to sea. It's evacuated. Our big base in Qatar, evacuated. Stuff's going on. Do you think there's actually going to be a conflict, or is this just for max pressure? Let me know in chat right now. Put conflict or max pressure. What do you think? As silver is getting a little bit of a smackdown here, we're down to 86.84. I would love to just pop down here and fill this gap. I really would love to do that. Man, this Mrs. Aya's coffee is delicious. Bunch of people in the chat are saying conflict. Some are saying pressure. We'll see. Breaking big bankruptcies have hit the highest rates since COVID per Bloomberg. Central banks need a lot of gold for the new global monetary system, says Gold Silver HQ. The West better check their vaults if the gold is still there. Iran will never agree to become defenseless. There's going to be a conflict. I think it will be limited for now, says Ali. And guys, Ali is reporting out of Kuwait, right, Ali? Ali, what I need you to do... Ali is in Kuwait. Ali, I need you to go outside your house right now and wave to us. Let's zoom in here. I'm guessing he lives in Block 1, right next to this park. Could this possibly be Ali's house? Thank you, Ali, for the reporting. Only the thief knows what will be stolen, says Mr. Happy Stacker. Ali, did you go out and wave to us? We need to know. So central banks stacking like crazy. Look at this. This is actually remarkable. Central banks can't seem to get enough of gold. Look at this parabolic action. Looks a lot like the silver chart going to 120. Big sell, silver under. Yeah, guys, who's buying this? Who's buying this manufactured dip? That's the question. Steve, guys, every time they smash it, not a financial advisor, just some deal on the internet with crabs, it's like a blessing for us stackers. It's disheartening, but it is a blessing. Pretty soon, just like with 50, pretty soon we're going to be saying, you remember when you could buy silver under 100 and it kept getting smacked down and we didn't buy more? But all that being said, stack and trade within your means. Don't take out a credit card with 0 interest for a year and max it out because I'll pay it off. Or I'll sell silver in a year and pay it off and I'll make all this money. Don't do that. Stack and trade within your means. Kill the debt. Debt is horrible. Debt is an instrument from the pit of hell. So no need for another glitch, says Hansa. Let's go back to here. Guys, the market's opening in just 17 minutes. I know, guys, I can't buy more either. I spent all my budget. And I just mailed out another 61 ounces yesterday for the silver corks. They are being made. The silver and copper corks. I just shipped out 10 pounds of copper. Ali saying, yes, I waved, but I live in the coastline in the east where you pointed out in Kuwait City. Oh. So Ali lives in the coastline in the east. Kuwait City. So probably somewhere here. Oh, this is probably Ali's compound right here. Green Island. I'm guessing this is Ali's compound. That's probably big enough to hold his stack, I think. Or maybe he needs a bigger spot. I don't know. I burnt my dry powder in the 70s. Yeah. Yeah, Gray. Yeah. Oki's saying, if Iran hit a carrier with a Chinese missile, Trump may show them the sun. We'll see what happens, Oki. We're in crazy, unprecedented times, that's for sure. That is absolutely certain. Okay, let's go there. Got that. 1,600 people on the stream. Guys, we're only 90 likes away from 900. So please keep smashing that like button. I appreciate it so much. Guys, we're 3 subscribers away from the big show. Who wants a big show? 3 more people subscribe. You're going to get one. What did you sacrifice for the corks? Guys, so far for silver into the corks I'm having made for y'all. 1 second. I'm into it for 130 ounces of silver right now. 130 ounces of silver for those corks. And 10 pounds of copper. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the silver candlestick. Guys, I need to get a silver goblet to sip out of. I really do. An epic silver goblet. Hey, this is the quarter I gave out to you guys. First time seeing one of the new quarters in person. I dig it. So this is the brand new Mayflower quarter. It's just for this year. It's for America's 250th birthday. I gave away 5 of those before they were released. 10 of them, something like that. Whoa! U.S. beer volumes and barrels plummeting. Look at that. What in the world happened? Everyone went on a, what's that diet called with no carbs? What is the diet called with no carbs? Carb-free diet? What happened? What happened to beer drinkers? That's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, the market's opening in just 14 minutes. What's going to happen to gold and silver? We'll see here live. How many corks does 130 ounces make? 20. That's 20 corks. They're huge, 6.5 ounces. SL saying, should you store your stack in a lead safe? So if the nukes go off, your silver isn't irradiated, so it's premium. If you want to. That's funny. Jimmy said, I bought silver around $100 a week. I bought around $100 a week for silver. I buy 1 ounce weekly and keep the change if there's any. When my change equals another ounce, I buy 2 ounces that week. Awesome, Jimmy Reefer. That's a great approach. Guys, what's your buying approach? Put it in chat. It'll be interesting, and maybe others can learn from you and modify what they do. Gray Bearded Hunter saying, I did cash some pretty useless saving bonds in last week. Picked up a few ounces. Nice. Literally forgot I had savings bonds in the safe, and I was cleaning out a bunch and did some paperwork. Found them. Nice. Good job. Gen Z is the lowest alcohol consuming generation in recent history. Interesting. I did not know that. Thank you, Bod. And Florida Man also mentioned that too. Guys, we're one subscriber away from 65,300. Who's it going to be? The next person to subscribe is going to get good luck for 99 years. It's science. Victor saying, since China is a day ahead of us, their new margin requirements going into effect tonight. Yeah. China's new margin requirements are going into effect tonight. We'll see how it affects the market tomorrow. What is today? Thursday? Yeah. We'll see how it affects tomorrow. That'll be interesting. I just bought in a month ago at 101 ounces of silver and 11 grams of gold. Nice, in Canada. Good job, Peter. Welcome. Guys, I am working on a website, a central repository with all information's reference guides for you guys. My key videos that teach different things. I'm putting it all in one place. If you like that idea, put website in chat. So that is coming. On that, I have my spreadsheet that you are going to be able to download and use that helps you track your stack. For all this stuff is going to be for free. Not charging a single dime. It represents thousands of hours of work for free. Guys, we did it. Channel members, you know what to do. If I refresh this at 65,300, it's time for a big show. Channel members, you know what to do. Here we go. 65,300. Thank you so much. It's time for a big show.
Featuring regional finalists from all across the United States.
Four-time.
For the title of America's Best Aerobic
Four-time.
Athlete, presenting the reigning 1987 Crystal
Four-time.
National Aerobic Champions.
Introducing
Four-time.
the Crystal Light Champion, International Stacker.
Thank you so much. The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. Four-time Crystal Light Champion, 65,300 subscribers. Thank you so much. 1,900 videos around the world on gold and silver adventures. And boy, are we on an adventure this morning. Just 11 minutes until the stock market opens. And what's going to happen to gold and silver? Are we going up? Are we going down? Put it in chat right now. And Gray Bearded Hunter in chat says, I take a portion of any project bonuses or side hustle money and buy metal. Been doing that since 2012. Congratulations, man. Wow. That is an epic job. I'm sure that stack is growing. And Peter saying that 1/2 kilo elk and 10-ounce bison bull of clearance is being shipped today to me. Congratulations, Peter. Woo! Yes. People are saying it's going to be a B, a GC. Let me draw an arrow here. Let's actually take a bet. Let's take a guess here. So right here's the stock market open. So right here, are you team red or are you team green? Are we going up? Are we going down? What do you guys think? Let me change this one to green. Are you team green or team red when the market opens here in just 10 minutes? We going up or down? 1,500 people in the chat. Guys, we're only 40 likes away from 900, so please keep smashing it. Have you ever lived in any other states besides Florida? Yeah, let me show you guys where I've lived in the world. So starting overseas, I've lived in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Riyadh, look. Al Riyadh. I lived in Jeddah. So I lived in Riyadh. I lived in Jeddah. I lived in California. I've lived in Arizona. I've lived in up here, Maryland. Lived there. I lived in Illinois. And now I live in Florida. In Key West, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. Let's go back over here. I've traveled to about 30-something countries in my life. I live in Queensland, Australia. I'm closer to America. And I'm closer to America than an honest local politician. That's funny. That's funny, Andy. Guys, I think my next trip is going to be Australia. And New Zealand. My last one was Czech Republic and Poland. So I think that's the new trip coming up. Master Stacker says he's going to come with us. Illinois on purpose. Yeah, on purpose. I was living in Springfield. the land of Lincoln. I had to go there to absorb some of his leadership skills. That's what I did. And ladies and gentlemen, the stock market's opening here in about 8 minutes. We love you in Maryland. Come back to the ultimate crab state. Yeah, that's where I took my crustacean form, guys. Literally in Maryland is where the crustacean nation was born. If you go here to my channel, you can search any country. Like if you want to see me in Egypt, my adventures in Egypt, you can go here and type Egypt. You can type any country I've been to, but if you type Maryland, this video is the origin story of the crustacean nation. It was a live stream right here. After I did this live stream in Maryland, you guys would, this is 5 years ago, you guys would just flood every chat I did after that with crabs. You would not relent, kind of like chasing that mill versus mill. So I finally just accepted it, and thus the crustacean nation was born. Find some gold nuggets while you're there. Yeah, I need to, Silver Streak. I've got a metal detector. I wonder if I need to research. Can I bring my metal detector to Australia and search for nuggets? Is that legal, or do I have to have like a claim? I need to figure that out. Benefits of buying from an LCS versus online bullion dealer, and anonymity, tax reasons, shipping prices, etc. Yeah, those are some of the benefits for sure. Keith Peavy House. Will you be sad if they build a Walmart closer than Cuba? No! I'd be so happy if they built a dang Walmart down here. There's like very few stores. It's so hard to buy things. If they built a Walmart here, I'd be waiting in line the night before like I was waiting for Comic-Con. Adheres and Silver Hair Stacker are both live. Right? Yeah, we will do a raid at the end of this, but we're going to stay live until the market opens. But let's see who's live real quick. I like to do new people. I like to spread the wealth, you guys, and these live streams are meant for small streamers. It helps their channels immensely. I will do repeats to people, but I really prefer to do brand new people if we can, but there's very few people live at these times. So we did Silver Hair Stacker yesterday, so we probably won't do him. But we'll do Ida again if I can't find anyone else. Does anyone else know a small creator that's live right now? Let's search gold and silver. And we are just 7 minutes away from the market open. People saying, what's a crab raid? We find a small creator. We go flood the channel with crabs. And it helps them immensely. Here's the Forex Education Live channel that Zenda was talking about. But that's not a small creator. 178,000 subscribers. Or not Zenda, that was Miami. We only like to do small creators here. That are actually live, not just charts sitting there, you know? I'm not seeing any other small creators that are like actually gold and silver. Let's go here. Pakistan's into saying Miami just got banned. She gave her Twitter an X, by the way. I don't know how Miami got banned. Nobody was banned. Pakistan's into nobody was banned. So that's a YouTube thing, not a channel thing. So I'm not sure what's going on there. That's weird. That is a YouTube thing, not my channel thing. They must have detected some activity they did not like. Okay, I'm looking in chat. Everyone needs a Fort Bragg. I'm looking to see if you guys mention anyone. No, we already did Ron's Basement just for fun, and that's not a small creator. I like to do it for small creators. Like we did Salivate Metals one time, not a small channel, just for fun, but really the intent of this is to help small creators. Let's check this, and if not, we'll just do Ida. And that's okay, Ida's great, and she's got a big auction coming up here soon for St. Jude, so for a great cause. So at the end of this stream, when we're done, I think we will crab raid Ida. So let me just get the link. Again, we're not going yet. We're staying here for the stock market open, which is just 4 minutes away. Smash that like button if you're having a good time. We're only 8 likes away from 900. I know we could certainly do that. And I'm going to add Ida's channel here, so we'll take you guys automatically. But she's got a big auction coming. Honestly, you can probably get some good deals I'm thinking there'll be some good deals to be had. And it's a tax write-offable because it's for charity. So when we go there, you got to register for it, though. I did not know that. So there's a link. You go, just register a Google link, and you can use your screen name if you don't want to use your real name. And if you bid and win something, you pay St. Jude's directly. You don't pay them, so no money exchanges there. Your anonymity is protected, so you're going to have to register if you want to be bidding in that. I'm going to be bidding in it. That silver crab, I'm coming for it. And we are just 3 minutes away. 3 minutes away here. Let's see real quick what you guys are saying to me. Scott saying, run, bankers, run. Mike says, no. Crimex is as crooked as they come. Burn it all down, says TJ Underwood. Bullion B says, the margin requirement is essentially the cost of production of silver. One or the other is mispriced. Hold on to the future till we get an offer we can't refuse, says Pull the Truth. Bankers always win. Says, I can't, they don't always win. They don't always win. I can't like that. But I get the sentiment. Jackson says, I'm a follower from YouTube. I bought silver for the first time in my life for Christmas before the January drop. I now own 55 ounces, dollar cost average of 83. Thank you for the coverage. Physical metal patted me when my Bitcoin and Litecoin dropped. So happy, and shout out to Jackson. Thank you. I'm so happy you got in. Variable saying, the Crimex is the big club and we are not in it. It's the big club and you ain't in it. Okay, here we go, guys. 1 minute and 30-second warning. 1 minute and 30-second warning, guys. Are we going up? Or are we going down? Let me know right now in chat. Are you team green or team red? Let me know. Whoa, TNT Medium breaking. Geneva talks halted only after 15-minute negotiations. Oh, wow. So negotiations have only lasted 15 minutes with Iran. Thank you for that, TNT Media, for that news. Wow, what's that mean? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out for sure. This weekend, guys, is an attack coming this weekend. And guys, if an attack happens, I'm going to cover it live here on the channel. I do geopolitics and stuff that affect gold and silver. I watched the whole State of the Union with you, talking nothing but gold and silver, zero politics. This is not a political channel. This channel is all about gold and silver and how we can prepare and position ourselves. So if a conflict does break out, I will cover the conflict live, but it's going to be through the viewpoint of gold and silver. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications for that. Do you guys like that alternate coverage I started to do? I did it a lot more in the past, but I think I'm going to start to do it again. Guys, we're just 30 seconds away. We are in the danger zone. We are in the danger zone. We are in the danger zone. Okay, we're going to count it down. The stock market's about to open in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're open. Let's see what happens here. See what happens here. Okay, my mining portfolio is immediately down 1.48%. 1.48%. Hold up. Stock market is, okay, so the Dow Jones is up 168 points. NASDAQ 288 points. S&P down 2.4 points. We're going to keep watching it here for the first candle. The team green or team red is for the first candle, 5-minute candle. So we got some time here. Let's see what happens. We're coming up on a full moon. Wouldn't that be a bad idea for an attack? Maybe. You'd think lower light would be better, but also a full moon puts more light in, so there's less need for light. I don't know. It could go either way. Let's see what happens here. As the stock market is open and trading. And my silver and gold portfolio is down 2%. Let's see. Go prospecting. Someone said to go prospecting. They're dying for that BGC, says Geared Up Survival. There's an eclipse on March 3rd. Interesting. Okay, guys, we got a pretty big red candle forming here. Can we possibly pop down and fill this gap? Let's see what happens here. Smash that like button if you enjoy my coverage and channel, guys. We're only 68 likes from 1,000. That would be so awesome if this was 1,000 to like stream, so please smash it. I do appreciate it. Okay, my silver and gold portfolio is only down 1.67%, so it's shaved off about 0.4% it was initially down. Okay, the stock market is now, Dow Jones is up a 192, NASDAQ's down 66, S&P's down 6. Let's check the DXY here live. Miami didn't know she couldn't answer chat with contact info. One of your mods said, nice try, please forgive me. Yeah, you can't be soliciting people in chat with contact information, guys, if you run... we're very protective there. Let me look at moderation activity. Hold up. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Hold up. I'm trying to look up to see what is going on here. I'll have to look it up after the stream. Participants. I'll have to look it up after the stream. Pakistan Zinda. Okay, pretty big red candle here. Are we going to fill this gap? Are we going to pop down and fill this gap? Honestly, that's what I would prefer. Let's fill the gap. Let's fill the baby gap. Fill the gap. Come on. Pop down, fill it. We're already here. We might as well just pop down and fill it. Fill the gap. Oh, they were promoting some adult stuff, IS, but it wasn't kid friendly. Thank you, Geared Up Survival, for taking care of that. Guys, do not promote adult stuff. Do not try to solicit people away. We're very protective of the Crustacean Nation. The mods are on it. Thank you, Real Geared Up Survival. Okay. 8610. Come on, just drop down. Let's just fill this gap. See what happens here. We've got 1 minute left in this candle. Looks like Team Green might take it. You know what? Let's drop a baby gator on this.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
And that baby gator's taking a chomp out of that. Someone said 1000 Air Radio is live. Let's see. 1000 Air Radio. That is a small channel. But he's not live, though. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. He's not live. Otherwise, we would have done him. Guys, the baby gator's taking a chomp out of that. It's science. Remember what we said. They want this week. So Team Red wins it there. But remember, they want the weekly candle and they want the monthly candle to be red. And it's Thursday. It's all day today and tomorrow they have left. All day today, all day tomorrow. Brian saying, hasn't the number of standing for delivery increased after the first notice in recent months? After the delivery closed? Well, yeah, I mean, it's increasing now. Look. As they're rolling and trying to fix it, 5,600 contracts went to May. 37 went to June. Is this what you're talking about, Brian? 221 went to July. So they do increase in other months as they try to decrease the current month until it closes. And then the game is rinse, recycle, repeat all over again. Guys, we're 15 likes away from 1,000. Can we get there? Keep smashing that like button. Thank you so much. Mining stock portfolio is now down only 1.4%. So it's going to be an interesting trading day here. We'll see what happens. This gap right here, 84.75 to 84.94. This is the last gap we have to fill. I don't think we're going to fill it. Pakistan Zinda, have her email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com. Let me talk to her. I'll talk to her and we'll get it set straight. So Pakistan Zinda, have her email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com. But the mods are doing their jobs. That gap was a cheater's gap. Doesn't count, says I am Chidofino. However you say that name. No, I'm in the current month. May begin with 5,000 for delivery, but increase to 15,000 by the end of the month. Yeah, I mean, that number does tend to go up initially, but then it goes down as they try to pay people off and roll it forward, as you see here. This used to be much higher, but near the end of the month, it plummets as they try to cash people out so they don't have to deliver. Okay. Okay, guys, here's the situation. We're going to do a crab raid right now on Miss Ida. We're going to do a crab raid now on Miss Ida. She's got a big auction coming up for St. Jude, so make sure you check it out. Make sure you register. She's got all the information down here, and she's got the live stream already up for the auction, and I'm thinking you're going to be able to get some good deals, and it goes to a good charity, St. Jude. So I'm going to end the stream right now. The next time I'll be live for sure, I'll be live, I think for market close this evening. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that, but possibly for market close. Probably 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but certainly tomorrow morning for market open, 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to shift you guys all right now automatically to Miss Ida. We're going to drop crabs in chat. We're going to smash the like button. We're going to have a fun crab raid. And to everyone, I'll say CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one. We're going to go do a crab raid right about now.